What does a lawyer who pursued legal cases against high-profile celebrities such as Diddy, Jay-Z, and Deshaun Watson, a World War II Army tank, and a homeowners association have in common? Well, buckle up, because this tale has a definite ending, and it doesn't end exactly as you think it would. The lawyer we are talking about is named Tony Buzbee. While he has made a name for himself by being a part of notorious criminal cases and lawsuits, the guy is well accomplished outside of that. After college, Buzbee joined the United States Marine Corps, excelling as an infantry officer. He commanded special operations capable units during conflicts in the Persian Gulf and Somalia, honing leadership skills that would later define his legal career. After a military career, he would get his law degree, and eventually he made it to the top of his profession. He secured a landmark verdict against BP following the Deepwater Horizon oil spill. His accomplishments as a lawyer stacked up after that, and eventually his name came up anytime a scandal broke against a celebrity or athlete. Buzbee even ran for mayor of Houston, but wound up losing that battle. But all these court and political battles had nothing on his biggest battle, his neighborhood's homeowners association. Considering Buzbee's long and successful career, the guy has made a ton of money, so much so that he decided he was going to drop a cool $600,000 on one of the American tanks that landed on Normandy during the World War II. That tank that was once used to help America secure their win in World War II wound up on River Oaks Boulevard in Buzbee's wealthy neighborhood. Listen to Buzbee talking about the tank.
This particular tank landed at Normandy on D+4, liberated Paris, and ultimately went all the way to Berlin. This is a piece of American history. But for this type of vehicle, we would not have won the war.
Considering HOAs will generally give you a hard time if you leave your trash can in the street too long, it was inevitable that they would give Buzbee a hard time for leaving his tank outside. Eventually, Buzbee received a letter from the HOA. The letter from the River Oaks property owners group called the tank a safety issue and suggests it impedes traffic and causes serious concerns for neighbors. Let's take a moment to consider these concerns. Regarding the tank being a safety hazard, that's technically true. Just like any stationary object near a roadway, such as a tree, a parked car, or a fire hydrant, could pose a risk. But it's not as if the tank is rolling through the streets, guns blazing. As for blocking traffic, it's no different in size than a large parked vehicle such as a truck, which is generally permitted. Since it's a tank, it might attract some extra attention, with people stopping by to check it out, but it's not creating a major obstruction. So, what exactly was the tank violating? According to Buzbee, absolutely nothing.
And it's not violating any ordinance, but for some reason it makes the Homeowners Association board uncomfortable.
And the neighbors, they absolutely loved it.
I think it's an asset. And I think if you watch the cars, everyone slows down and says, wow, that's America.
I think it's cool. It's going on Facebook.
So what Buzbee did next is no shock. He did what any high-profile attorney would do, brought in the media circus. The story was picked up by Fox News, SB Nation, and Popular Mechanics, just to name a few. And this is where the fighter in Buzbee showed up. He was never even planning on keeping the tank in front of his home long-term. He bought it for his ranch in eastern Texas.
It's there, it's a piece of history. Obviously I need to put it in a place to protect it and preserve it, and I'm going to do that. But in the meantime, it's going to sit right there until I can have it moved.
Being the pit bull he is, Buzbee decided to keep it there because of the fight with the HOA, and there wasn't much River Oaks Property Association could do about it. Their options were limited because of the size of the tank. Since neither the HOA nor the city had access to a specialized military-grade truck from the National Guard to lift and transport a 35-ton tank, towing simply wasn't an option. That left them with Plan B, issuing citations, which soon began rolling in. Initially, Buzbee responded to the HOA's second wave of enforcement with the same bold attitude he had shown toward their initial letter, even as traffic officers slapped 3 parking tickets onto the tank in less than a week. It wasn't until the 3rd citation that Buzbee took to Facebook. That is when Buzbee gave up his fight, or as he would call it, on Facebook, strategically move it, because he certainly wouldn't publicly admit defeat, especially from an HOA. He finally sent it east, where he planned on using to run over cars at his ranch. And fun he had. After a few months of fun on the ranch, Buzbee decided he was going to donate it to a place that was dear to his heart, Texas A&M University, where he graduated from. He was downright giddy about doing it as well.
Opened the world to me, and the Corps Cadets helped shape me into the kind of person that I am. So it's makes me feel really good to be able to make a donation like this.
But Buzbee also admitted that kids could have fun with it.
I think they're going to like. I mean, obviously their key's not going to be in it. You can only imagine the mishaps that occurred.
While the fight with the HOA was peanuts compared to the fight with other lawyers in the courtroom, Buzbee enjoyed the fight while it lasted. The tank now sits on Texas A&M's campus, and the fight with the HOA didn't drag on for more than a few weeks. This is just another story of an HOA overstepping for something so silly. What do you think? Should the HOA have fined Buzbee, or were they overreacting? Leave us a comment to tell us what you think, and please like this video and subscribe to our channel to help us grow.